Waiting for Mr. Sigrist. There he is. All right, so now I'm going to bring you over to left monitor because we're going to be starting soon. I want to thank my sponsor, Card Kingdom. CardKingdom.com are purveyors of your physical Magic stuff. They can't help you get these stuff into your MTG Arena collection, but if you need anything for your paper game, please check them out at CardKingdom.com, and you can do so also via my affiliate link in the panels down below, and that helps them know you got there from here. And they're a big supporter of me. I don't have their... Where is it? There we go. It's behind chat a little bit there, but I want to thank Card Kingdom. They're my sponsors. They're great. I do a little card selling of my own, and I try to emulate them in every way that I can within reason. As a small fry, I've learned a lot about how to conduct myself as a seller of Magic cards from Card Kingdom. Close, close, close. Thanks for being patient. Trying to get 8 streamers together to do something all at the same time is a miraculous accomplishment in and of itself. So thanks to Just Lola Man for being the cat herder in all this. Appreciate that a lot. Right on. Okay, we're all ready. Here it goes. This is exciting, everybody. I hope you're happy to be here. I'm very excited to be part of this. I don't even know if I have one. Gosh, Nantuko, maybe just Zenith Flare. Just give me a Zenith Flare and make it easy, and then I'll be the one saying, okay, I have a great reason to try and cycle. We have a Mythos here. Let's see. Pouncing Shore Shark jumps out at me as a quality pick. Mythos, though, can even be played in the cycling deck, and it's just good. So I like taking the rare here over the Shore Shark. You don't need to... These Mythoses are best when they're excellent without having to kick them, so to speak. Kick them with the colors. And I think this does that. I mean, if you want a Heron, I guess that's fine. But, I mean, have you read this? Like, for 5 mana, you spread... Or for 4 mana, you spread 5 damage around. I think that red is a color you want to be in, and Mythos is a great pick for it. So... we're going to take that. But we are against very smart drafters here. What are they gonna, we have 40 seconds. What are they going to take out of our pack? I see the Heron. I see the Farfinder. I see the Shore Shark. I think Blue and Farfinder are going to be the next things out of this pack. So we should keep that in mind as we take this. Harvester is a good call too. Harvester and the 2 blue cards are the 3 top colored cards in that pack. Oh, but was that a Harvester? Wasn't that the... Wait, now I forgot what was in the pack. Are you sure that was a Harvester, Nantuko? I thought that was not a Harvester. If it was, I should have considered it more, honestly. It was Harvester. Okay, good. That's a great one. We could have actually considered that as a pick. I still like our pick, but we could have absolutely considered that. Flame Spill goes right along with our first pick. There's a rare missing from the pack. Also, let's see who's passing to us. We've got Tupperware passing to us, and we're passing to Nummy. We're passing to Kenji. But I think this is a pretty clear spill. This is an excellent card. Pacifism is good, but suffers a lot in this environment. Flame Spill does what we want. Kills a lot of the things dead we want dead. So let's just take that and move on. Send another, we also send an Essence Scatter, so we really are sending some blue signals to the left. If we can avoid blue, I'd like to, because I feel like we're setting up a lot of people to our left to take some blue cards. But we're also the ones dictating that direction. We need to be listening carefully upstream. And yeah, Tupperware is going to pass us whatever is not the best card in the pack, right? All right, here's another Harvester. I'm going to start by clicking on that, but then we see what else is here. Nothing for the cycling deck, by the way. Like, in terms of, I mean, we have red cards, but we certainly don't have a cycling deck. I could see taking the Harvester here. We could take a naturalist. I haven't been like red green. What is even red green? Fertilid maybe. But Harvester just seems too good, right? I think we just take this and see if this is where we end up. I mean, this is the best card here, so let's take it. And I do agree, red-black is better than red-green if we're going to get into a pair, especially an allied pair. Yeah, if we do start to lean to red-black, Menace is a real deal, and Menace turns the Steal a Creature from 4 mana into 1. The one time I've had red-black, actually I've had it a couple of times, but the Menace was a big deal. Here we have a Boot Nipper in the black. Even Oddity, I feel like, is among the and Capture Sphere are among the best cards here, which is unfortunate because I was trying to avoid getting into blue. Not that I wouldn't. We got Pacifism here as well. Maybe we can back up into some kind of red-white deck. I don't... Why not Rumbler? Well, the Boot Nipper is cheaper. If we're in black, cheaper and Mutate Onable, which I think is important. So in general, I lean towards the cheaper, although we're more red than black. Like, we could abandon black, but we're probably not abandoning red at this point. So that's a good vote for the Rumbler. I find the Rumbler doesn't get there. Yeah, but I've never really gotten there with the Rumbler, I guess, is the bottom line. But it does continue to cut red. We might want to say, yeah, Serpent. Like, I might even like Serpent better. How much time we got? 8 seconds? Yeah, I think Serpent might be the better card. But I'll take Rumbler here. Maybe Rumbler just hasn't worked for me, but I haven't gotten there with it yet. I mean, here we have Rock Slide, and we can just continue to take... I mean, this is where I find it hard, right? People say, well, to combat the cycling deck, you need to be willing to take those cycling 1 cards, but I'm not going to take Footfall Crater here over a Rock Slide if I don't think I'm the cycling deck. So this is the problem with trying to, help keep the cycling deck down by snagging these cycling ones. I don't want the cycling ones. I want the Rock Slide. So I got to take the cards from my deck, and then that just leaves these going around, you know? Yeah, but with the heavy red, we're wide open. This black is a nice card, but this Harvester is a nice card, but we're not married to this at all. Whereas I think, well, no, yeah, sure. But I think there's a general thought, though, that if you can, you should consider gacking the 1 cycles whenever you can. A Mutual Destruction here could put us on the path towards exactly what we're talking about. Get into red, black, Menace, Steal and Sack. I think I like that better than anything here. Any disagreements? I think we're heading towards a deck that I hope is open. It'd be fun. I like red black. I'm a little worried about our curve, though. You know, we're very high on the curve. This is why I was considering the I would take the Nipper now. Like, since we picked up this Destruction, this made sense in the moment, the Rumbler, because we weren't sure we were black yet. But as we get closer to, the more close we get to black, the more I would happily turn this from a Rumbler into a Nipper. Green does seem open. We kind of said, hey, we're very, very red, and we don't want to pair it with green. Nobody was very happy with the idea of pairing red with green. We could take Blazing Volley as sideboard tech, but we should take a Corpse Churn or even a Blade Banish. The Blade Banish is late. This Frost Lynx is late. What should we do here? This is a big one. I'm not going to take a green card. We can take the Corpse Churn, though. The problem, Corpse Churn is like the least powerful card of Blade Banish, Frost Lynx, and Corpse Churn, but it's in the color we're most likely. You think Lynx is the best card? Yeah, like, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, Lynx and Banish seem like the best cards, but Corpse Churn, maybe I'm just supposed to take the Lynx just in case, or maybe even the Banish just in case. Liger can play as a 3. I just don't like the card. I guess I'm hedging on the Frost Lynx. Here's where I could take a Crater to help combat. Although, again, we have cards here. We can take Blade Bash. We can take Leech. I guess we got to take Leech. How do I not take Leech, right? All right, I take Leech. But as I continue, now I'm taking a 6-drop, it really makes me want to get some cheap cards here. Our 2 is empty. Empty 2. I don't like, you like the Hope Draco? I've never really played with or against it. Not only viewer draft, this is streamer draft. I'm battling against 7 excellent drafters, players, and streamers. Yeah, that's fair. Hope is decent sideboard. This is best of 3. Here's Hemophage. We can take as like, all right. But yeah, and there's, I don't think we want to try and skew white at this point. So yeah, we'll take this Hemophage. It's not bad. It's good to see it wheel, yeah. Hopefully we can play it here. Doubt we're playing this. Although, do we want to? That's the thing. This is where we have to watch out. Mutating with the Hemophage is more like mutating as an aura. You know what I mean? It's more aura-like. We take Springjaw Trap as at least something we can do early. I don't like the Scorpion. If we somehow ended up with Obosh, though, we would probably play the Scorpion. Although we'd play the Springjaw Trap, too. So, actually, I'll take the Springjaw Trap on the Obosh spec more than the... Scorp. Yeah, it's an early body. I guess they both work with Obosh. You like this sideboard versus cycling? Yeah, because it can take out the snare or whatever. I'll take the trap. I really don't want to play Scorpions if I can help it. But we'll take one here. Try not to play either of those, but we'll see. Maybe I'm down on both too far. But here's another Mutual Destruction. Now I really would like to find... we don't have any Menace, even though we're in the Menace colors right now. And if we can get some Menace... Ooh, that's not a bad pickup here. If we do face a cycling deck that ends up spitting out 1/1s... Really? I think there's a lot of Menace in the set. Maybe my memory's faulty, but I feel like there's a lot of... The word Menace is all over the place in the set, I thought. Well, we can play Zirda. We cannot companion Zirda. But we could play Zirda. We got a Fire Prophecy. We're just taking that, right? Here's a Rescuer. That makes me sad. You know, there you go. Now at least it all fits on one screen. Yeah, I think this is a pretty easy pick. I'm looking... The Zirda is hard to cast and doesn't really do anything for us. Rescuer makes me really happy that we have Suffocating Fumes. But we're going to take the Fire Prophecy. Really want to fill out some 2s here, but I want to keep an eye out for Menace if it shows up so that we can set up for possible Steel and Sack synergies. Another Fire Prophecy. We have a Bastion. Is the Bastion good here? I don't think Bastion is doing what we want right now, and Fire Prophecy is. Oh, how the rare. Oh, yeah, let's check out the rare. Let's see. It was 3 colors, so I kind of didn't glance at it, but it's 2 of our 3. So let's see. At the beginning of combat on your turn, exile target red, white, or black creature card from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of that card, except it's 1/1. I don't think that's good. I think Bastion is a good card, but it's not at its best here with what we're doing. And you don't like, I can't not take a Fire Prophecy. I won't take a Prophecy over the Bastion. Maybe I'm underrating this. A lot of people seem to be telling me to take Bastions when I don't take them, and I can't figure out if I'm behind the curve on Bastion or whether chat is higher on it than I am. Really abrupt. What do you draft around it? It probably wheels. Huh. I mean, I think I like Prophecy there, and if we get it on the wheel, maybe I'll try to do something with it, but... Thundermane, we're not doing this, we're not doing this. We do have Marmoset that we could grab. It both helps cut it from... but for Friendship is interesting. At least it fills the 2 and gives us a mutate target. But I think we try to wheel that. It's not a very powerful card, and not many decks want it, especially over Marmoset and Thundermane here. Well, we're not going to take Thundermane, of course, but I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't see anything here to take over Marmoset. So we're going to confirm that. Friendship for Destruction is nice. Yeah, true. But let's try and get him later than this. I think we want the Marmoset here. Like, I would run Friendship in our deck because of what you're talking about, but I think we don't want it yet. And here, maybe even a Serpent. We do have Marmoset now, so having some incidental cycling is good, and that's just a generically good card. And there's another Mutual Destruction. We don't really have the fodder I want yet before I'm going to commit to a third. So I think it's a pretty clean Lava Serpent here. A lot of blue going back the other way, surprising me. I sent a lot of blue to the left. Yeah, Ceratops could be a thing in our deck. You're right. We are running a lot of spells. I still like Serpent better for its turn 2 capabilities. And we'll keep an eye out, though, because I think you're right. This could be a Ceratops deck kind of secretly between the Rock Slide, the Mythos, Suffocating Fumes, Flame Spill, 2 Mutual Destructions, 2 Fire Prophecies. We are going to be hurling the spells around for sure. Yeah, maybe we didn't successfully cut red. There's a Snare Tactician I practically want to hate draft. But that's not good here. And, well, it almost is. Like, what are we taking? Cloud Piercer is our pick. Or we could take a Tactician. Because this is also in pod drafting. This is the Scourge. And we're in potentially Mardu. There are worlds in which we actually play the Tactician. And Cloud Piercer is the non-hate pick, and this is very whatever to me. Cloud Piercer has been very whatever, so I am going to take the Snare Tactician, suck it, cycling deck. And it's also spec for us. Yeah, there are worlds where we end up playing this, but I'd call this like 80% hate drafting, a really difficult card for the best deck in the format. 20%, maybe it's even less than that, like 10%, 90%. Smasher is interesting. It takes from the cycling deck and is good in ours. And there's really nothing else here except the Memory Leak, which does the same type of thing. But I think I want a win condition more than a Memory Leak here. I'm going to take Smasher. You like Memory Leak over Smasher, Mavinap? Let me hear. Not taking the Goblin, but I'm curious from chat. We have 30 seconds. Tell me what you think Memory Leak versus Smasher for this deck. Leak is interesting. Like, if we do play the Snare Tactician, we can cycle it for value there. Already cycles for value with the Marmoset, but this cycles too. It just cycles for more expensive. Cheap cycling is nice. But I love the Smasher slash Serpent style cycle it or win with it option. So we made the choice we could take a generic cycler. We could take a bushmeat poacher. Yeah, we'll take bushmeat poacher. We could also, another hate pick would be the sanctuary lockdown. I don't think we care about the oasis. But we haven't seen any of the threaten effects. So I'm gonna take the poacher, and hopefully come on, draft, ship us some threaten effects. I know these oppos aren't drafting them. Where is it? I should have all of them. I just think they're like 0 so far. Yeah, no menace yet. So that whole steel and sack thing doesn't seem to quite be coming together. We can take a shredded sails. Cycles for our marmoset, and can take out a flyer. Oh, gorilla. Yeah, there was the gorilla with menace. Good point. Can't even find my Streamlab. It's all buried. I better get my pick. I guess we'll take a blazing volley for the board, but this one mine still being here kind of makes me mad. But we might actually bring this in against certain decks. Is that what that means, though? I don't necessarily know if that's what that means, Abrupt. Maybe, though. Take that, though. I like maybe a caves over the poacher. Poachers are not good in multiples. I mean, you can sack one to the other, I suppose. We have one poacher already. Are we really going to play a bunch of poachers? I kind of like fixing. I'm going to take the fixing over second poacher. I would take first poacher over fixing, but I'm going to take fixing over second poacher. Frenzied Raptor? Boy, we sure hope to not play this card. But one of the things about playing with a pod full of great players is sometimes you're forced to play Ds, you know? So I'm going to take this D and hope not to play it, but understand that we're in a pod where we might have to. We got a lot of removal. Let's gack this keep safe from the table. Yeah, protocol was the other consideration, but I think it's close enough that we might have to play this Raptor that I don't want to do it. Sorry, I'm trying to get Sailor. There it is. Gremlin is not a card. I'd rather just take the tiger from somebody. I'm never playing that. I played it once early on, and I never... It was just like, yeah, nope, that's unplayable. We're not playing that one ever again. Another snare tactician, but we're not white enough to be worried about that. We could do the Death Touch cycler, but here's Nipper that might even be better for that. At least fills our 2s. Again, I'm concerned about our 2s. So I like the Beckoner, but it cycles 3, and this is just an actual 2-drop. If we find mutate we want to do, we can mutate. I hate passing tacticians like ever, but this is what our deck needs. Okay, James, I suppose if I were specifically in blue-red spells, I might revisit that Gremlin, but I found that the mana cost was such a deal breaker. Hey, Marsh, how you doing? Here's our deck so far. We've got black, red. We kind of had 2 mutual destructions, but we haven't found any of the active treason effects, and we don't have any menace to make them cheaper anyway. I'm going to move this snare tactician out. I'm going to move this raptor out in a move of hope. This volley is also obviously sideboard material. Cub Warden. Boy, we did miss a boat on white here. Like, non-cycling white was pretty wide. We could take this and try and splash it. Except it's not a good mutate splash. Spell Eater Wolverine and Pyroceratops, but Spell Eater is cheaper. I think if I'm going to go between these two, I'll take the cheaper one. Yeah, we could take Whisperer for the mutate, or just another Nipper. Maybe just another Nipper. Keep that curve low. Allow us to really think of this Serpent more as a high-end card than a turn 2 cycle. I'm going to take the Nipper. We want 2s. And I would take Cavern Whisperer, Ceratops, or Wolverine on the wheel. Any of those coming around would be nice. Yeah, Whisper has Menace, but we don't have any of those. We don't have any active treasons yet anyway. So I've kind of, the dream is dead. I mean, we're pack 3, pick 3, and we don't have this. We don't have a Steel or a Menace, so we're not really making that thing happen. I just want to have a good red-black deck. We could play Forbidden Friendship, though, in that it does work well with the Destructions, but then it's kind of like card and a half. You know, you're 1.5ing for one yourself, which is still not the best feeling. What are we taking here if we don't, though? We don't want a Serrated Scorpion. There's not even a Cycle 1 that we could steal from the cycling player. So it's like we're on Heightened Reflexes or Friendship, and is Felidar the cub? You know, the lifelink cub? Oh yeah, sure. I've done it before. It's a good card. We're just not white, so we're not gonna do it. We'll take the Friendship for the mutual destruction combos. Yeah, it also is a spell for the spell stuff that we might find down the road here. Another opportunity to get a Zerda. At what cost this time? Another solid 2? We probably just want the Coil Bug here. Coil Bug or Zerda, what do you think? This is good in the cycling deck, even not as a companion, just as a 3-drop, because it turns all of your cycling 2s into cycling 1. And we all know how good cycling 1 is, so Zerda is quite good in the cycling deck. But let's look at our curve. We're also a little short on 3s, but the thing is, what does it do for us? Once it gets there, it's just like, I guess it makes things not block, but it's not doing much for us past that. All right, I'll take first Coil Bug. Yeah, the can't block ability is good, but the reason we want Coil Bug is both curve considerations and mutual destruction considerations. You can sack a bug to the destructs, and it's good value. It's a little slow, but if you can slow down the game, you're not losing value out of that. Blitz Leech, Moloch. Ooh, Blood Curdle. We're just going to take that. First one of those we've seen. Yeah, Poacher and Bug is a nice combo as well, as is pointed out. Again, also a clunky, long game combo, but if you get there, the game starts to be yours. Yeah, there's Menace on that. Oh, I blinked out and all of the stuff came back. Get back to the things we kind of really want to play. Yuri Ultimatum, we're not really near that. We have a memory leak opportunity here. What's the opportunity cost? No real cost. Cathartic Reunion, we'd play that. I'd take another Phage probably, but our 4 is solid. This is Memory Leak is a good spot, and we're pretty low on 3s, so Leak's a perfect pick for this point in the draft, I think. Mention actually Curdle. Yeah, we want all of these, but we hope this is a 3. Might not be though. Oh, these are gone. Maybe this will be a 3. This could be a 2. And this could be a 5. I like to place them in points of hope. Yeah, I like how this deck is going. Oh, I better check the fact that I have a pick waiting though. Nothing really here for us. We can take an, I guess, are we ever playing this? Because if we're never playing this, we should just take a cycling card or again, a keep safe to counter our removal draw card out of people's hands. Are we ever playing this? We're not playing this, are we? I'm not playing a black 2-drop just because it makes my leech cheaper. I think that's wrong. We're not really playing anything else here, but that's true. Flash does turn on the destruction. Okay, that's reasonable. That's a selling point for it. Making leech cheaper wasn't a selling point for me. Making mutual destruction's instant speed is a selling point, so I'll take it. And then we'll see about playing it. I don't know though. Dark Bargain is nice. Actually, I haven't talked about, like, we just haven't even seen any of these, but this is exactly what a removal heavy deck needs, is a little card draw. Yeah, it's a 2-drop, but I don't count double mana spells. Like, if this were black-red, I would count it as a 2-drop, because black-red is a more likely result for your second turn mana than specifically black-black. White has been wide open. Yeah, we should have been in white, basically. Just white. We could have been white-red non-cycling, which looks terrible, but at the end of the day, if you're tapping stuff and burning stuff and attacking with 6/4 first strikes, you can just still win a game of Magic, making stuff fly with Vulpikeet. Struggling to close out games. Disagree. We have a lot of finishers and a lot of removal, and now we've added some card draw. Bonder, oh, this one, yeah. Well, if you're pretty sure you're not going to play this card and you're playing in pod, then you can absolutely hate draft in that spot. I mean, everybody who teaches limited preaches not hate drafting over taking good cards for your deck, but when you're in pod and playing in pod and there's nothing that you're going to play, then you should take the thing that can hurt you the most. Anyway, we'll take this here. Probably not play it. Another Ceratops. So we got some decisions to make. Cathartic. Playable. Probably not going to see play here, although it does kind of qualify as that card draw. Maybe we do play it. Yeah, Cathartic Green, I changed my mind, would be fine because it kind of acts like the card draw that a removal deck needs. All right, not playing the reflexes. Not playing this. I'm going to remove the caves out right now just so I can see what my total card count is. Yeah, I think Cathartic is decent. I take it back. Maybe I'll... let's see. Stuff to consider cutting are the sideboard-style cyclers, the Bonder. Friendship isn't particularly powerful. You know, wait, it could be on the cutting block. We got to cut something, right? So I'm going to put one Smasher even. I don't think I can cut a Smasher, though. I think we want just 2 Smashers cycling at 3. This Phage, though, could get cut. And here's this Momentum Rumbler that, again, I just find in the format is just like whatever to me. Bushmeat Poacher's got to stay, right? Yeah, we'll add lands in the sideboard. Good call. We do generalize against hate drafting, but you're all thinking players, right? I can talk about the spaces in which you should hate draft. Just, you got to hear me. That's true. Rumbler and Smasher is good with the Smashers, so maybe we'll keep this in because of its... but I think we cut at least one Ceratops and then consider whether or not we're playing the other. Well, we got to cut something. Everybody's like, really? Well, let's cut us. And if we cut our cyclers, Marmoset gets a lot worse, although it still has the threat. Let's cut one. Oh, we already cut one. Well, where you can see our deck is at 27. So by traditional standards, we'd cut 4 more cards from this. I think we have to cut that. This is where I want to cut the Bonder. And we move Reunion, Friendship, and then maybe the Shredded Sails we start out. But with the cycling deck and I like keeping the fumes in. How about this? We can go 24 with Cathartic Reunion and the cycling we have. I think we can shave to 24. All right. Well, if you want one of these here Ceratops, what you bringing in? Cut a Destruction. I don't know I don't think Night Bonder's doing enough for us. We could just cut the fumes and bring it in when appropriate. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like if we cut a Destruction, I want to cut the Friendship. But we could cut yeah, I kind of want to cut a 4. That's the thing. That's why I don't want to put the Ceratops in. Like, this is just a finisher, right? This is just a beater. We have those. Don't we? We have this covered. So if you want a Ceratops in, you gotta pull one of these 4s. You could pull a Rock Slide, I suppose. Maybe we have enough removal to cut a Rock Slide even, but it doesn't feel right to me either. So let's get on with this. Yeah, First Strike, Death Touch is also a real thing. Could cut the Reunion and bring in the Phage. But yeah, there's all sorts of real things with the double First Strike capability. That's fair. Psych, we don't have a lot. Well, our air defense is just all of our removal. I think we can bring that in out of the board. Well, what if we went like this, and like this? How about this? Just let's get over the mutual destruction, forbidden friendship thing entirely. Go with our really premium, a little more expensive, but premium removal. We still have card draw. And then we can get 23 out of this. So we have a. Yeah, we didn't steal anything, right? We didn't find a steal. So I like this, and then we're gonna make that go to 0. Not sure why that's on 1 at all. Same with this. Oh, it's because of this Mythos, I guess. And then we go boom, boom. We're going to try this. All right, here we go. Exciting. On the plate. Nothing early, but we have Valdrock and a cycle on 3. Cycling on 3 with nothing to put it on is not exciting, but I'm not going to throw this back with the Mythos in hand. We really hope to find like a Nipper or something on 2 or even 3 ahead of Mythos casting. Yeah, we'll take that on 3. That's fine. It's something. Trouble is, we don't want to cycle a first strike counter onto it, but I'd rather play something than cycle a smasher on 3 is the bottom line. Hopefully Ham plays something with 3 toughness and we just get a nice quick 2-for-1 on turn 4. Well, that's not 3 toughness exactly, but it's kind of a 2-for-1 on turn 4, so I'll take it. Oh, it's probably not the right scene. No, here you go. There's the Nipper, your late Nipper, as we say around these parts. But Nipper's not too late, because next turn we can go Nipper, cycle a counter onto Nipper if we want. But here I just like taking out this and getting on with our lives. Oh, is there a Thunder meme? Let me fix that. There we go. Double Scorp, looking for some mutate, no doubt. We're going to just start with an attack, though. And now, I don't know if we want to cycle our Smasher, because we actually can cast them both. Probably just going to try and cast them both. Oh, does the Nipper... Should have played Nipper. When? Before combat? I'm not sure what that would have done. Let's see, what do we want? I guess we want Death Touch with... that's worth putting a Smasher token on, right? No, I wasn't going to do it before combat. It was just in case we wanted to make the Marmoset big. Oh, yeah, I see. You wanted to get maybe extra 2 in with Marmoset. Gotcha. Well, I'm gonna put the Smasher counter on before blocks, or else they can respond with, like, Divine Arrow and mess up the whole thing. We could just take it, but we can also try and eat one. I think I'm going to cycle first and then see what happens. It allowed me to... I guess we would have cycled no matter what. Never mind. I was thinking... I didn't want the spell to fizzle, but cycling doesn't fizzle. That was my mindset, though. But you can keep that in mind for other things like that. Like, if you wanted to... If you didn't want to put your Nipper in danger of having the spell you're going to target it with get killed out from under, you can do it before combat. But yeah, now we attack all and drop a 6/4 if we can. But yeah, sorry for the confusing suggestion that I was playing around something there when it plays around stuff that fizzles, but cycling doesn't fizzle, so. Three, 4, still being aggro. Well, maybe us flooding out and Ham still being aggro is how it's going to work out. But we're going to... Ham is screwed. We're flooding. Right now, I'll take our position, but let's see how it continues to play. We don't have a Marmoset attack, really, unless we are happy to just let it bounce. I guess we do. It just bounces against the commando. So yeah, we attack with everything. They might not even block the Marmoset because it has that potential to become bigger. Yeah, effectively unblockable. I'm going to go ahead and put... Should we put Lifelink on this one? No, I think Death Touch, because it continues to be able to attack into bigger things effectively. Yep, we got Cathartic, so we're going to hold these lands. We certainly don't need any more lands. And this is the problem of a removal heavy deck. You can flood on lands, and then suddenly, your removal... if you flood with a removal heavy deck, you can lose the attrition war, is the TLDR of what I was trying to say. Which is why we are playing the Reunion and why we're going to hold the lands for it. Priority always goes to the active player, so if there's a, priority starts with me. Oh, this is why I didn't go with lifelink. We can attack with everything right now, and it's all good attacks. If we played lifelink, if we'd chosen lifelink, then is this a forced block? We have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there is a forced block. And then... But they could bounce off of this and take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think they're going to do that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe we need to leave something back, which is the point. Well, we're looking at 7 on the way back, but something has probably got to die here unless they want to risk the Marmoset block. So I think we still have to send in. Yeah, we can leave Marmoset back. I think we do that. We leave Marmoset back. I think that's the safe thing to do. We don't want to die in the crackback. We want to block something on the crackback. And the thing is, the Marmoset is so threatening to Ham, he's probably forced to block it if we attack with it. You think... Fenner thinks bluffing is key right now, but I think that's why... Fenner, I think that's why it won't work. Like, the Marmoset is... so must block that they put something on it and then it bounces and we don't actually get the result there that we want. Bluff for blocks. Well, if we want to do that, I can start a little full control action here. See how it's paused for me? If what I'm trying to do is represent that we have cycling here. Not necessarily. I did it before we went to pre-combat, which is the main place where you want them to be thinking about it. I mean, what's he going to do? Attack with a poacher into a 2/3? If he has some team pump, sure. Yeah, if Ham can find something to mutate onto that for 5 power, we could still lose here. Right now, we're only presenting 6 damage, even if the board doesn't change. He chumps the Sanctuary Smasher, and we get through for 6, and then lose to a mutated Vulpikeet. So, great play from Ham, not surprisingly, but you could see how multiple turns ago, Ham realized that his only path to victory in this game was Vulpikeet gets there. Somehow we gum up the ground, and Vulpikeet gets there. So he... moved in on Vulpikeet and has been attacking steadily with it. Probably lifelink here. Yep. And, of course, we come up with caves. That's not great. Doesn't change the clock, although it does make it so it's a little harder to get to 6 on a Vulpikeet than 5, so maybe that helps. We still are in must-block territory. Now he's at a virtual 9, though. And we are going to still send in with every non-Marmoset. Yeah, we could just send in first strikers. That's interesting. So no lifelink. What does that look like? We do that. But then I think, again, he's forced to block Marmoset. So I still like... we could just send in first strike, but I'm fine trading Nipper for Nipper here. Yeah, this Nipper has first strike, right? So we send in that one. Do we hold... maybe leave this one back. We can do this. Yeah, I think I like that now. All in Vulpikeet. Will it get there for him? There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Is that enough? That's lifelink, but it's not going to get to 6. So this is saving us the game. How about new plan? Draw one of the million removal spells in my deck. How about that? Remember our deck? Remember what it's all about? Oh, right. I forgot the Scorp was underneath. Yeah, what are we supposed to do there? Come on. So, somehow we lost that. Yeah, Shredded Sails comes in. It's hard to spot the darn lethal lines with these mutate cards. Hiding out underneath. Because we have card draw and lots of removal and big end. It was a 16 land for a while, and we could reconsider it. But anyway, let's bring in Shredded Sails for sure. Fumes is already in. No, they've got Cubs. We could use the Fumes. And not taking out a Fire Prophecy. Cathartic Reunion would have been an incredible draw in that one. Maybe just what's our creature count? It's a little low, but I kind of want to take out the Hemophage. Like, we're doing the Death Touch first strike thing with the Boot Nippers, so I feel less inclined to need to do it with the Hemophage. Well, I don't want to bring in... I think we just go with Suffocating Fumes, and we don't worry about the volley as well. And if we want, we can try 16. We could even go... I guess we would want... Swamp Down, like... Pyro in. We could do something like that. Although, we just bring this back in, too. All right, we'll try 16. Although we're also on the play. I don't love that. Let's try this. In before screw, of course. I was on the edge of 16, 17, to be honest. We have enough cycling that you can justify the 16. It's just we're also a mana-intensive deck. So you have mana intensity plus cycling competing for defining our mana. And this cycling is why we, why we shrunk. But I'm still going to mulligan this. And we're going to be greedy here. We could actually be greedy and just ditch the reunion. Bug into Marmoset into Smasher is all pretty reasonable. We have the land for it. I just generally get greedy, though, when I can split my lands and have 2 of each and we have stuff to do. If we get desperate, we can reunion away our spells that we flood here. So I'm going to be greedy, and I'm going to keep the reunion because we have the fallback plan of crap. We're mana screwed. Let's use Cathartic Reunion on turn 3 to pitch the 2 cards we drew and find some land. And if we find land naturally, we're going to be really happy that we did this. So now, if we don't find a land, I keep the spill. I probably pitch... Oh, we could pitch Smasher and whatever we draw here. Okay, we found a land, though, so we're just going to keep running out actual spells. Do we have sack outlet? Yeah, we have our own meat dude or whatever, so hopefully we sack a coil bug later for value. Flame Spill's an instant. Let's just play out a land, attack, and hold up our Flame Spill. I'm not going to cycle this for no value here. Yeah, we can go ahead and Flame Spill that. I'm going to do it now. Uses up our mana before we untap and prevents any mutate shenanigans. I know we could respond, but we're going to... the trouble with responding with the mutate shenanigans is then they get to cast the spell for free. So I like this instead. Well, let's... Actually, I think here you could make an argument for cycling the Smash for an extra 2 damage and looking for a land here. And giving Marmoset double first strike is not amazing, but I'm in for digging here. Do we have castable 1-drops? We just have the... oh yeah, we have Mutual Destruction. It's not going to be an instant, though, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, it should have a double strike, right? 2 first strike counters should equal double strike. And then we can have infinite number of strike phases, so we can have triple strike, quadruple strike. Should just go on and on and on. Go away! Yeah, we had that the whole time. We were just waiting for it to play something good. Close. Not quite. We're just gonna shred the sails of the Volpkeet, though. We could attack first. There's no world in which Ham blocks. Just no world in which Ham blocks. None. So I didn't even bother. Might cast Fire Prophecy, ditching the Reunion here if Ham plays a 3 toughness. Oh yeah, Menace too, right? They couldn't even block. We're all so smart around here. Gonna get rid of this Boot Nipper, get rid of this Reunion, find a land. Great, now we can harvest and go. I'm just gonna move in. Now we might be dead to a blade. That would be justice, I suppose. I'm gonna go Death Touch again. We have first strike capability and a high life total and a desire to be able to attack into anything and have it matter. Now, if they kill if Ham kills Harvester, we at least have attack with the Nipper still. That still forces some action. Note this attack. Like, that's not an attack a lot of us would make, but Ham is like, the only way we win is if we chump here, do, you know, like, he's just, again, saying, in the world that we come out and win this game, it's because Volpikeet has been attacking right now, you know? Oh, they're giving this one up. Oh, yeah, I guess maybe they forgot. Maybe Ham forgot Menace. And if so, there you go. Magic's freaking hard. I only remember if my creatures have Menace for about 4 seconds at a time, as we've seen, so, you know. Well, the ability counters are weird, and the tucked underneath counters are weird. It's all weird, right? Yeah, anybody who says this was designed for digital, I say, look at this, and really? You're saying, like, Mutate was clearly not designed for digital. That's not whatever I was talking about with that thing. Anyway, are we doing anything differently? I think we just run it back. Mutate is a big headache. You're not wrong. Lot of hidden stuff. No fumes? The fumes is in, isn't it? Yeah, fumes is in, right? What are we talking about, Fenor? Oh yeah, change record. This is all a big lie. I'll change everything. We are 0-0 in IKO streamer. Does that fit? Let's see. Not really. All right, let's see if we can get one. Or let's see if we can get punished again. Well, none of these are the cards that we took out for a land, so it's not like that we're being punished for our 16 land. Let's... Oh, man. Oppo going first. We could keep... If we find a land in the first 2 draws, we have Fire Prophecy to help find more. Maybe this is a keep. 2 shots at a land, and if we find one, we get to Fire Prophecy our way to whatever we need. I'm going to keep. Dodgy keep, but it's a legit keep. Also, I like taking a risk against a clearly better player, too. The odds were good, people. Don't act like I'm some incredible luck sack. The reason we made that keep is this was a likely result. So settle down. And now what are we getting rid of here? I guess, Harvester. Ugh, I want to, like, the Poacher's good. I guess Lava Serpent, but we can cycle this on our own. Poacher. We don't have even the lands yet for the slide. But yeah, I guess Poacher's all far away from doing much. Now, now we're going to cycle the Serpent looking for our land. Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate the sub. So we're tight on land, but the good news is if we can unlock this hand, we're going to be in nice shape. Key is unlocking the hand first, though. And are we going to fire off a Fire Prophecy just to loot, basically? I think we need to. We're basically cycling Fire Prophecy with the Coil Bug looking for a land right now. What about first 3? Because, like, there was also the fact that if we missed on the first 2 and we found on the 3rd, we'd be okay as well. All right, so now... Nipper on Death Touch. And we see what we can do here. All right, well now we got to Mythos Obosh. And then if we can find a land and Rock Slide Cub. Well, they have mana up. Hopefully they don't save it. GG. Did that mulligan or did the non-mulligan cost me the match? Maybe, because I got the result I wanted and still stumbled. So maybe that wasn't worth it. But I had my reasons. Now we're going to go to 01 here. GG Ham. And let's see, I'm going to be battling Newmont in the loser's bracket. Oh boy. I'll challenge Kenji, see if he's ready. Well, I'm just going to leave Kenji a challenge. I don't know if he's ready or not, but there it is. Challenge accepted. All right, Kenji. Well, we didn't adjust our deck back, did we? So I think we're back to 17 land here. We can keep this, though. Yeah, for those of you who didn't hear this morning when I was streaming, I'm going to record a special episode of LR with Marshall tomorrow, and then he's going to hop on stream on Friday. You can have that to look forward to. And I'm going to go with my usual death touch here, especially given our first strike capabilities in this deck. That's fair, Fiddles. We tried 16, and I think there's an argument for it, but it's almost like the same arguments that are good for lowering it are good for raising it, which is good news, because it basically just means that our deck is good at filtering, and that's nice. We could... we do have the mutate capability here, but I don't know if we want to do that. Like, we're turning this into... It already has Death Touch, so we're not even adding to that. Nah, I'm not gonna. We're gonna just go with an attack. And if they want to trade the Glimmer Bell, I can say he. If he wants to trade the Glimmer Bell, Kenji can do so. I'll do that. And we'll go Coil Bug here. I just kind of like this as a good, 3/3 Death Touch. We saw that was pretty solid in previous formats. Here, though, we can start Bushmeat Coil Bug nonsense. Let's go that route. And I don't want to mutate the Coil Bug because I want to start eating it for dinner. There's the Fire Prophecy. Kenji has a ton of mana open, but can't do like the Shore Shark because this is a human warrior. Is it like, what could it be? Kind of want to start with Fire Prophecy and see if this works. Pump. You think he's just got a trick? Well, we can send in the Coil Bug. We're going to eat it anyway. Nantuko thinks we go for it. What if we just played the Hemophage here and let him counter it if he wants to, and then have this for next turn? I really kind of want to eat dinner. You want to cycle the Serpent? We might actually, yeah, we could cycle the Serpent. Want to do that first? That means we're not playing this turn, unless we want to mutate, which I don't think we do. Let's go cycle and then pass, and then just leave Prophecy up. Cool. All right, so we get to play a land. We could even Hemophage here with the mutate, but again, I don't really want to. I'm going to even potentially Prophecy away the Hemophage. It's not that great here. I'd rather get to the leech mana. And with here, we can eat the Coil Bug and Fire Prophecy with all this mana. Capture Sphere, so let's go ahead and start with a card draw. Fumes, interesting. And then maybe we'll just send this away, though. But got that Prophecy in while shields were down. Mutual Destruction is nice, gives us something to do with this Poacher, but for now, we're gonna Nipper. We could go Nipper. Yeah, I'm gonna go Death Touch again. I'm not really gonna mutate this thing. I just don't think it's worth it. We just want a 3/3 Death Touch for 4 with that dude. Lizard wants Nipper on Lifelink. I continue to want Nipper on Death Touch. Gaining some life doesn't seem like it's going to matter in a few turns. This having Death Touch feels like it could be vital in a few turns. Oh, that's a good point. Well, why did I do that? No good reason. I should have just played that. For some reason I was thinking I was keeping something up, but I don't know why I did that. Wasn't good. Now I'm gonna wait on the... We have the leech casting, though. So we're, like, down a point of damage here, which is stupid, but we'll be okay. I guess I could also... I like leaving it... Here's what we can do. If leech gets something, we can do that. If not, we can Coil Bug, potentially. But the nice thing about leech is we can get it out, and then destruction becomes instant. Yeah, Flash. Funky's seeing that here. Well, we're going to go for it. Although it's still a trade even if we pull this off, but it does shrink it. So it reduces our damage, but then it also exposes the leech to sorcery speed removal. Yeah, we make it 2-1. It still just trades. I'm going to take 2 here. They also might play something with... he might play something with 2 toughness that we can just outright kill. And we could just go for Value Bug, too, if we don't want to leech yet. Yeah. There we go. I like it. Was going to bring back the bug, but he did give us a target, so we're going to take it. Or try. It's also got Counterspell mana. Yep. Had to try, though, and still get some good action here. We're just going to destruct the Shore Shark and hardcast. Hemophage. Well, obviously we'll let the smaller Death Toucher go. And obviously we'll Rock Slide this monster and try to get there from here. I want that Rock Slide! Well, we got infinite chumps, and we could memory leak them. Should we see what's in hand here? Could be good stuff. Let's see. Capture Sphere is all right. That's a reasonable get. And are we trying to race? If we come in, we get him to 21, but he smacks for a 6. We can't do that. So we're going to hold back for Death Touch defense. And we lose. GG, Newmont. Good game, Kenji. That was really fun until you drew 5 cards. And by that I mean his draw for the turn +4. We are 0-1 against the Ham TV. In the loser's bracket against Gyruda. Welcome to this queue. All right. Everybody else got the companions, apparently. Oh, yeah, that's our card. Oh, yeah, that's our card. Nah, we got so much removal, we shouldn't quit. We should start here and just take chumps here. You know what I mean. Companions seem like a huge mistake to me, to be honest. I haven't spoken to any of my coworkers about it. I haven't heard their defenses of it. I don't know if they want to give them or, you know, but to me it's a clean, clear design mistake. I don't know what they were thinking, and I'm shocked. Well, the good news is when I go 0-3 in queues like this, I don't get very salty. Great players playing great cards is tough to wade through here. Green, blue, what are we splashing? Splashing some black. So just classic. Sultai, big stuff, mutate, right? So probably want more hard removal, less kill stuff removal, although I don't even like the idea of companions map and app. I'm disagreeing with you there. I think the fundamental concept of the companion is a broken idea that should not exist in Magic. I don't even like the 6-card solution. I don't even like make it like no matter what you do to make them fair, you still end up with a consistency problem, which I loathe. Should be thinking about what I'm actually doing. Oh yeah, I want to know if like Flame Spill might actually be a cut here. Straight 4 damage at 3 seems kind of the wrong size removal. Like I'd rather bring in a Mutual Destruction. And that makes me want to bring in another... but we did see a couple of Capture Spheres, so I think we can run the Mutual Destruction without bringing extra stuff. Yeah, Fumes didn't look very good, did it? We can cut that and maybe even bring back the Flame Spill for that. Yeah, we can try this. You want to bring in Scorpion and Trap? Yeah, Flame Spill plus First Strike is fun. Still good. Can keep this pretty easily. Just love to find a 3. Tactician would be an interesting board, but we just don't have any fixing. We have no fixing. We'd be putting 3 planes in for a Tactician. Like, that's not going to get it done. Continuing Death Touch with our First Strike capabilities, but continuing to want something to do on 3 here. All right, that is something to do on 3. It's not a 3-drop, but I'm happy to have something. Essence Scatter would be not great here. And with the speed with which that resolved, though, it looks like Numot is not on Essence Scatter right now. And looks like facing some Mana Screw. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm going to bring the Rumbler out here and see if we can't get it going before Numot gets feet underneath him. Yeah, missed a land drop there, and that was probably it. I'm so good at magic. Plan A. That's always my plan A. So plan A worked this game. Another quick glance to see if there's anything I think I might be supposed to bring in here, but I don't see it. We're going to say done. Yeah, they have to push boundaries. I mean, if you've never seen Mark's 20 years, 20 lessons, you get to keep this. 20 years, 20 lessons GDC talk, and you're interested in game design, you should check it out. In fact, I'm going to Kibler Google chat right now and say, somebody go find a publicly available play of Mark Rosewater's GDC talk, 20 years, 20 lessons. And you'll see why they take these shots. I think they missed it here, but that's a great lesson on why they took why they take the shots they do. Thank you, developer. Would a land be okay as a companion? Well, what's the condition? Maybe not. Now I think I want to leak before Kenji gets to untap and do something absurd, right? So let's leak out of Kenji's hand here. It'll also help us decide if we want to offer the Nipper. I don't even like him in limited. Capture Sphere, we're going to let him have because we actually have the tools to make use of a captured creature. Neutralize is scary. I think... I guess we got to get rid of the Whisperer. And we can play around other stuff here. We can also get rid of this Naturalize, though. He doesn't have... Oh, there's the black. So, yeah, I can start casting the Whisperer. I'm going to go with the Whisperer and offer the Nipper. And here I want a dark bargain. Well, yeah, if we could play the Poacher and it gets captured again. Hey, thanks, Raptor. Good to have you here, and welcome. And thanks for the sub. So, dark bargain here. Although we could dark bargain at the end of their turn and make them use the Neutralize or do something on their turn. I'm gonna dark bargain here. We could try Prophecy on the Hemophage and see if he wants to counter that. I think I like starting there. See if you want to counter this. I'm fine to trade Neutralize for that, because we have some answers coming. And Cathartic Reunion. Do I play a land? Yeah, I'm going to play a land, and we'll find another one to pitch to the Reunion down the road here. There's a land we could pitch. It's also one we could play. We could play the land and have Leech ready. Oh yeah, I should have waited till his turn. That was just a mistake. You're right. I should have done an upkeep, right? I got a little ahead of myself. That's where I have a skill gap in this queue, Adrian, to be honest. Those are the little edges. Like, that's why these players are better than me. Not that they don't miss those, they just don't miss them as often as I do. In any case, for here, we're gonna... we could just reunion now. I kind of like reunion, ditching the lands, and just see what else we can find. Yeah, I'm not trying to be intimidated. Like, I don't think I'm making mistakes because of intimidation. I'm just being honest about where those skill gaps are, right? I'm not intimidated at all. I can beat them on any given day of the week. I'm just honest with myself about where I'm behind. Now, if this gets countered, that's brutal. I should have thought of that, honestly. Here, though, we know they've got the capture sphere. What about attempting to kill the hemophage on... Well, we could just send ours out. We can do that, too. And then and then they capture it and we poach it. Now, I'm going to play this and hope that Kenji decides it's worth the sphere. I think that's correct. Because then we're not being threatened with lethal or anything. And if he uses removal there, which he didn't, we have the option of mutating onto it if he's not willing to use the capture sphere. And if he capture spheres, we get to poach it. And we also get to Blood Curdle and give this menace. That's interesting. Okay. Very close. Like, we just kind of need one more mana and then we have it all. I think I have him turned off so it doesn't do anything for me. I'm gonna just pass here, and we have Leech and Curdle ready. And if Kenji goes for a big pump on the Brushwag, the Leech blows him out. Or if he went for it there, we might just play the Leech with shields down. There we go. Kenji too clever for the Leech, but I'm gonna do a try and two for one here. Yeah, I get that we get Destruction Flash, but we have, with the Hemophage under the Capture Sphere, we have a plan for the destruction. We don't need particular cleverness for the mutual destruction now. And we'll even play the... Although we may lose it to the Poacher, so there is that. But I'm going to start with the Poacher here. Although maybe just Harvester even. Nah, I'm going to go Poacher. Kind of becomes must kill in this spot. Yeah, so another Capture Sphere there. Mighty Brushwag, but now he's out of cards, and hopefully we can get a move on here. So let's go Mutual Destruction on Brushwag, sacking one of these. Rumbler, and try to get Rumbler going. And have Harvester ready to mutate for single blockers. Oh, wait. Okay, so I gotta go full control mode here. Oh, wait, I screwed it up, huh? No, I screwed it up. I screwed it up. I'll wait till next turn and then we get the double strike, right? Ah, I screwed it up. Will it work? I don't think it'll work. I think it's too late. I screwed it up. But I'm still gonna... No, it won't work. Look at what it says on the stack, folks. It says, whenever Momentum Rumbler attacks, if it doesn't have first strike, put a first strike counter on it. If we put a first strike counter on it, all it will do is look and say, oh, it has a first strike counter on it. We're done. Like, you just have to... You got to use the literal rules in this situation. Just read the literal words, and it won't do it. It didn't do the whole thing exactly. So, actually, I'm just going to wait. Because we can hold up Blood Curdle instead, which is a very good alternative play. Or we could just cast Harvester as well, but I like that that we can mutate this to get a single blocker. But I guess we get that on untap. Yeah, fine. I'll just play it. You're right, Mabinap. Let's just get a couple of threats out. They have no hand. And now we can do this trick correctly. Well, actually, it doesn't even matter. We get the double strike, right? We don't even need to do that. We put it here if we want. Marmoset seems good, and then we can get it big while we do that. Yeah, it no longer matters, so we're not going to... I missed the tricky opportunity. And here we'll go Marmoset, and assume that it's going to take quite a draw for Kenji to get out of this. Because with any untapped land, we're going to have Curdle plus Smash Cycle. He's digging. All right. Good game, Kenji. What a fun event. Gosh, playing against great players is intense. I'll try it. Did I get my record updated? Yes, I did. Okay. Wow, sounds like I dodged a rough deck there. Oh, I should put... I keep turning off... I have my emotes off by default because they just tilt me. Like, if you... I recognize that it's an emotional weakness of mine that emotes tilt me, but at least I recognize they do it, and I turn them off, and my life is so much better for it. But when playing against friends, I'd like to turn them on. Fire Prophecy, this is exactly what I think it was Hat, or was it Nantuko, who was talking about... we can play 17 lands and flood a little bit because we have the double Fire Prophecy to do some rummaging. Oh, great. Thank you, Nantuko. Nantuko there just linked a design talk that Mark Rosewater gave at GDC, which I think is excellent. If you have any interest in game design, you should check that out. I thought about it in the context of people wondering why they took the risk on companions. Wow. Classic 5-lander in Magic. You draw nothing but lands after. I'm going to go ahead and attack with the Coil Bug, kind of force the block, and I am going to use the Fire Prophecy because we really need to dig here. This hand is utterly unacceptable. This is good, though. We can start poaching coil bug. That would be nice. Incorrect. We already see Grizzlebrand get hard cast. Grizzlebrand should not have been a 7-drop. I think you're just joking and everything, but it is an opinion many people have that is wildly incorrect. There's a reason it's 8. They tested it. So, a little nervous here. This is often mutated on with awesome stuff. But we keep flooding out here, looking for something besides land. That will do, but I think we're going to wait. Although Coilbug can send in and offer a trade for the glider. Thanks, Fiddles. Appreciate the effort. No worries. Rock Slide, not an instant, so I'm going to go ahead and poach now on the Coil Bug and look for something to do besides Rock Slide. Fire Prophecy is up to that task. Although we could wait. I think I'm willing to wait here in case of mutate. At the very least, could do it. I mean, we risk them finding pump or something, but I don't think Lola's gonna pump here. We just hold the prophecy. Oh, okay, sorry. He said it should have been a 7-drop? That's a designer talking, not a developer talking. But I think what he meant was, like, shouldn't have done it unless they could do the 7 thing. Like, maybe just don't make the card if you can't do it that way. That's reasonable. But from a balancing standpoint, Griselbrand should not be 7 mana. But from a satisfying player standpoint, it was a mistake. Yeah. I haven't watched it in a while. I have to rewatch. Maybe I disagree with him a bunch now or something. All right, with Rock Slide, I'm going to let him throw this counter somewhere, probably on the glider, right? Oh, they're spreading it around. Understandable. I don't disagree with him on the emotional problems that Griselbrand created. Like, I kind of agree with Mark that Griselbrand as printed wasn't correct, but I disagree that the correct play was to do that. He says, "Oops, why?" I don't know what he's on about. Yeah. Okay. Cool, Vargan. Then I absolutely agree with that clarification. All right. What am I doing here? What are we killing here? I'm gonna kill the glider and ditch a mountain. Play this swamp. Could Coil Bug. Could also just hard cast a 4-drop. That's fine. Let's do that. We have a couple of turns to figure out what we want to do about this particular problem. Rock Slide is probably going to hit one of these. Maybe this is a mistake to not just Rock Slide one of them right now. But I like getting a dude out, turning sideways here, and then following with the removal, as opposed to getting too concerned about what's going on here. Curdle, can we do anything about that? We could sacrifice the Hemophage, but I like it as a creature here, so we just let them go ahead, and Lola gets to take out our spell. But, you know, this was like a last pick, and Lola just used like a first pick on it, so that's not bad. Now, I think we go ahead and take out... We rock slide the Farfinder. We'll give him a chance to block. Obviously not going to, but, you know. I could have Serpented there, but I like... I now kind of just want to get rid of this thing. Also takes away any mutate target. And we can go ahead and Serpent for an attack for 5 next turn. If you ain't blocking, attack. Looks like that's going to be a trade. The Marshal will trade for the Hemophage. But I like our situation. We'll make that offer. Keep cracking here. We're confusing James's dog. Flooding out a bit. We do have a Cathartic Reunion in the deck, so we're not going to play any more lands, but we get Rumbler right now. I might consider playing a land if doing so would allow us to get the Coil Bug back this turn. And actually, you can make the argument... Actually, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we can bring this back and play it. So yeah, 8th land is the land we don't need, really. Discard second Phoenix. I missed that it was discard second Phoenix. Jiminy Christmas. Yeah, we were not the only red drafter at the table, that's for sure. Suspicious. We're not gonna... We obviously can't block, and we're trying to turn this into a double striker. If we draw one of our... Ooh, hello. That's pretty sexy. I wonder if that means that Lola's intending to throw that back on the Rumbler, or whether they're just doing it because they can. All right, we're going to go for the attack. If they try a double block, we got the Flame Spill off the top to help turn it into a blowout. Was not companioned, no. We may need to Flame Spill the Mentor here, or this is going to get out of hand. I think that's Lola's plan. So let's kill the Mentor, and then at least we can try to keep this as a 4/5, where our Lava Serpent can keep attacking. And we'll do that before untaps, of course. Now I could play this on the strength of being able to pop back the Coil Bug. I don't know if that's strong enough reason. I guess if we draw if we literally draw Cathartic Reunion, it would be a little disappointing. Yeah, I'm going to wait. If we draw Cathartic Reunion, we want to bring back Coil Bug and discard both of those to the Coil Bug in the Swamp, so I'm going to hold. It's not... Also, we couldn't cast it. I mean, if I could get this back such that we could cast it to attack next turn, it might be worth it, but we couldn't do that either. Oh, no! We gotta kill another one. Removal. Well, it is kind of removal. Kind of, sort of. Removal-ish. I wonder if we can get him to chump with that soldier here. I think we gotta attack and hope he chumps. Because... and we can kind of threaten lethal here. I'm going to go into full control to show that we might have the Cycler that gives double strike. And then maybe... Okay, good. Good, good, good. All is not lost. And we could put this on the Rumbler. Yeah, we have to mutate this. But we'll leave the, I think I like 5. We like the 5/5 over the 4/6. Thank you for the bits. We'll see ya. Four mana. We could get Blade banished right here. If he Blade banishes, we still end up with a 4/6 at least, but then we lose to this. So I sure hope he doesn't have it. We're gonna keep it 5/5. Oh, clever. Well, at least, yeah, and they get to get the Deadeye. That's a nice. That was a nice play. Top players here, folks. Top players. These are skilled plays we're seeing. Skilled plays. Not necessarily from me. But that... Oh, wow. Thought he might go for damage via the big boy, but then, of course, we get nothing here, so we're donezo. I don't know. Let's see. Well, I shouldn't say that. I suppose I should give us a chance to find a way here. Hey, doggy. Want to come say hi? Oh, you're hungry. I normally feed Rocket. You want some wet stuff? Come here. Come here. Rocket almost came to see me because this is his dinner time. Oh, how do we lose? I didn't see. Killed. Oh, pacifism. There you go. All right, so we're going to get mutual destruction in with the double pacifism. We're going to maybe cut suffocating fumes, although they are doing some stuff on that front. Farfinder and Day Squad Marshal produce suffocating fumes targets. But I don't think that's worth keeping in. I think it's a good cut to bring in the destruction. Flyers. We saw this big one. Do we see any other flyers? Glider. So we could bring in sails if we want. Maybe sails. Not really developer. If we think the 1/1 toughness is a problem, we should just rely on our suffocating fumes, but I'm actually taking it out because I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, it's only, but it's also somewhat on spec. All this white suggests to me that there's more flying in here than the glider. But we could cut it. We have enough of the removal. That's fine. Let's run this. It's all right, James. Everybody needs variety in their entertainment diet, and that includes your Magic streamers. I don't resent anybody checking out all the other awesome Magic streamers out there. You have my permission, James. We're in an open relationship, okay, buddy? We'll keep this. Got Reunion to unclog us and some good stuff and all of our mana. Gosh, you could make an argument for doing it now, but if we Reunion away 2 lands and don't find any more lands, we look pretty silly. I think I'd rather wait here, although, man... Like, Reunion, pitching, Swamp, and, like, Smasher might be good. Would you do 2 lands, though, Mavinup, or are you getting rid of something like Smasher? If we Reunion, what do you want to pitch? I mean, here's the thing. If we find nothing for next turn, we're going to have to cycle the Smasher, or what are we doing? So actually, I like Reunion getting rid of Smasher and Swamp, since Smasher is what we would do with our third turn if we don't find anything, and what we're trying to do is find things. So let's do this. And we found no new land, so I'm glad we did it that way. We can go Marmoset turn 3, though. Now we want some land, but if we can get it, we're looking nice. There's some land, so we're looking nice. Although, what do we even want to play this turn? I mean, we send in Marmoset. I guess we send in Marmoset and then keep up Flamespill and Curdle. That makes sense to me. And I'm willing to risk it on his turn. Yeah, we got a lot of removal. Let's Flamespill this thing. Send some damage back the other direction. Even +3/+3 doesn't save it. So, unless it's indestructible, where this is going to work, and if they use the indestructible, okay, we can live with that. 1-for-1 trade still. Yeah. So that was an argument for doing it on their turn, but we took the risk. It was a known risk. We took it. Now we're going to harvest and kind of move in here. I mean, if this gets killed before we untap, we're not done for. They'll have 3 cards in hand and like a Nipper or whatever, or the Enforcer. We are down a game in game 2 here. But like Blood Curdle on Harvester is a real sad turn for us if that's what Lola pulls off. But we're gonna go for it. We have a lot to do behind. Yeah, fight is won. Pretty good. A lot of human, non-human stuff going on in Lola's deck. And there's exactly the card I feared. But as I said, it's not the worst. It's just a little sad. Just a little sad. And now we get Nipper with possible first strike. I love that. Let's get a Death Toucher here. They're not going to attack into it or anything. But I'll definitely cycle the Smasher before our next turn. Oh, they are? Okay, well, let's do this first. We'll just block. Oh, sorry, it's got Menace. That's what's going on. Never mind. I was like, why? I can't believe he's giving that up. That's what's going on. Menace icon. I know what these icons mean. You shut up. I'm the streamer here. You're not. Unless you're a streamer watching me, in which case you are too. Hey, buddy. And too bad. Like, I wanted to get all sneaky, but we're not going to get sneaky. We're just going to do it here. With Curdle and Rock Slide, how do we want to play this? We have other answers. I like digging. I mean, we were one off from... Did we even have the second mountain? Maybe we have the second mountain, which is one thing, but... I really like having the Death Touch first striker. It's kind of must kill. If we Curdle... Yeah, we can rock slide the 2/3, and let's just do that before they untap and get any more value out of it. And then attacks. Nah, we just have a great defender here. Let's see if it holds up. Oh, ouch. We already reunioned, right? So I'm going to play land, and I'm going to have a Nipper on Death Touch and Curdle up. That's pretty good. We get the Leech and we get the Marshal here, but we're out of cards, basically, is the problem. So, like, we're down no board, no cards to a 1/1 and 3 cards. So we're probably going to lose this match. We need to draw. If we draw, our best draw in our deck right now is... what is it? Where is that card? Dark Bargain. I want to draw a Dark Bargain. Even though we're low on life, I want to draw a Dark Bargain. Note the excellent players spreading things around. I think a lot of us, me included, would just like to put things on the leech. Put lifelink on the leech here. But Lola is trying to set up a longer game of thought here. And rather than just get a bunch of lifelink right now, set up 2 threats for a longer game. And now it puts us in a spot where we kind of have 3 things we need to die. The leech, the Several, and the Mentor. And we need to start with the leech, frankly. Now flooding some more. Wah wah. Ugh. As if we weren't far enough behind. I think this kind of settles it. I think Dark Bargain into, well, given that 2 of the things we care about are 3 toughness, we're not dead if we draw Dark Bargain into double Fire Prophecy. This is one of the cards we needed. It's not Dark Bargain, but we can still draw into the Dark Bargain. Maybe Prophecy into Prophecy also does it. So let's start with Enforcer. Again, this is an army maker that we cannot have live. Leech is unfortunate for now, but hopefully, even as a 4/7, we can do something about it with the Leech. So not the end of the world here. Oh, Leech removes all counters. That is also true. Good call. Can we do anything? We can. We're not dead on board. We get to do this. We just have to kill this, unfortunately. Right? Well, he still mostly got us, but we have a draw. I get it. But what do you mean? Counters off Several, block Mentor, take 2 and die? So far I'm seeing lines from chat where we lose. Yeah. Wasn't it still 2 damage, though? We make that... Yeah, sure, that doesn't... Ah, okay. Yeah. Good call. So you could have done something better to save there. And again, it's why I'm the worst player in this queue. Ah, well, I'm glad we took one match in that very, very rough queue. So let's see. If we had done that right, we eat the yeah, that's too bad. We had a real chance there. We had a real chance there. That was quite the punt. I thought I had done it. I thought I'd worked out that the counters weren't enough, but they were. No, we wouldn't lose, right? Because the right play on that in that moment is we reduce the leech to. It's not a punt. Are you sure? Because here's what the idea was, right? We play leech, we reduce the cat to a 1 whatever, and then we take 1 from the soldier. We block the 3/1. It's dead. And then, yes, we untap and we didn't find a draw. We didn't find a draw to save us, but we could have lived. We could have lived with the leech and a draw to. Yeah, but it still has cat and 1/1. But Lizard, you're talking about after we drew. You can't say it's not a punt when the correct play was absolutely like the correct play gave us a draw to live. So it was absolutely a punt. That's fundamentally the stuff I'm trying to fix in my own game. Fundamentally right there. No, we don't. That's what I'm saying. We don't. I screwed it up. The cat is attacking on that turn as a -1/2. The soldier hits us for 1, and we eat the thing that was growing the cat. So we only take 1, we draw a creature, and then we're stable. So I punted away the chance to be stable against Lola there. Not 3 creatures. We block and kill the mentor, Lenny. Right? 3 of them come in. We take the 1/1, neutralize another one, block and eat the other one. Are we all there? That magic's hard, right? I can't beat myself up too badly. I'm an old man trying to play this difficult game while talking about what I'm thinking about and what they're thinking about. And yeah, just a little, it was just one portion too complicated for me to get there. I'm explaining in Discord chat to Lola Man what my thought was there. Yeah. Whatever. I don't need further evidence that we were going to lose. We already knew. Even if Lola's hand was blank, that was going to screw us up. But because we still lost even to our own draw. He didn't need to have anything in hand. He was going to have 2 1-powered attackers and us with 1 creature, even if we did it right. So the extra, it's still had all these to the nth degree. Anyway, we're going to say thank you all for hanging out. That was awesome. I hope I get to do it again. Hope I can make better plays. But again, you saw, right? Did you see? Did you see that I was battling against players they're not miles better than me? I'm a very good player, but they're a little better than me. And those cracks showed today. They showed they were a little better than me today. So that's good. It's good. It helps me. Helps remind me where my leaks are. Helps remind me what I can do to get better. And I can try to close that gap between me and the excellent 7 players I got to play against today. Thank you all, everybody, for that. I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube. Awesome. See you next time.